Hola chicos y chicas y muy buenos días. Ahora estamos aquí con una lección de past participles as adjectives. Así, past participles change a verb into an adjective. Like magic. Es increíble y es muy fácil. Solamente tienes que take off the infinitive ending, so AR, ER, or IR, quítalo, take off the ending. And for an AR verb you add ado, ADO. And for an ER verb, you add ido, IDO. Y ya tienes un adjetivo. Es así, muy fácil. Once you add the past participle ending, it's an adjective. Just like that. Now, remember though, that adjectives agree with what they describe. So if I want to say, yo soy alta, I'm a girl, so alta has to end in an A, and it's singular because there's only one of me. So, just like that, these two then must have their endings to change to match. So if it's masculine singular, it'll end in O. And if it's feminine singular, it'll end in A. And if it's masculine plural, it'll end in OS. And if it's feminine plural, it'll end in AS. Muy bien. So that is how you use the past participles as an adjective. Por ejemplo, if I want to say the swollen ankle, swollen is a past participle in English. So to make it in Spanish, I take the verb hinchar, alright, so la rodilla, did I say ankle? This says knee, lo siento. La rodilla, and then hinchar is to swell, but we want to make it swollen. So we take off the AR and we add ado. But we're not done yet because ado ends in an O and rodilla is feminine. So we have to change it to hinchada. And we end up with la rodilla hinchada. Muy fácil, ¿sí? Los ojos, I want to say the eyes, the closed eyes. Alright, so to close is the verb cerrar. So los ojos cerrar, take off the AR and add ado, and you end up with los ojos cerrados because ojos is masculine plural, so cerrados needs to be masculine plural because it's now an adjective describing the eyes. Alright, también el tobillo, now we're at the ankle. El tobillo torcer, torcer is to twist or to sprain, so I want to say the sprained ankle and make it an adjective to describe the ankle. So I say el tobillo torcer, take off the ER and add ido. Now, I don't have to do anything to this because tobillo is masculine singular and torcido ends in a O, so it's the masculine singular ending. Aquí. Now, miren aquí. Me quemé el dedo en el horno. Ese es el pretérito. Me quemé, the preterite of quemarse, el dedo en el horno. Tengo el dedo quemado. So, I burned my finger in the oven. Now I have a burned finger. Okay? So in English, a lot of times the past participle is the same as the preterite. Burned, burned. But in Spanish, they're different. So it's actually easier than English. Alright? Now mira, Messi se lastimó la muñeca. Messi goes to box 3. You get se lastimó la muñeca. Messi tiene la muñeca lastimada. So lastimada is from the infinitive lastimar, and I changed the ado to end in an A because muñeca is what is hurt, right? So he has the hurt wrist, and it's feminine singular. So la muñeca lastimada. Y por fin, we have something a little different. Las niñas no cerraron la puerta. They did not close the door. La puerta no está cerrada. So the door is not closed. And this is a condition. So you can also use these past participles with estar en el presente as an adjective. Así, muy fácil, ¿no? A mí me encantan past participles. Pero, como siempre en español hay irregulares. Pero como siempre yo tengo una canción. ¿Ustedes quieren cantar conmigo? Sí. Ok, muy bien, vamos a cantar. The past participle irregular song is to the tune of London Bridge. Alright, now I'm going to sing it once, very slow, and then I'll sing it normal. And as we're going through it, I want you to think to yourself as you hear them, what infinitive do they go with? What do they mean? Because none of these words should be new. Okay, so miren. Abierto, descubierto, descrito, escrito, dicho, hecho, muerto, puesto, visto, roto, resuelto, vuelto, Muy bien, to the tune of London Bridge, see? Now, look up here and look at the infinitives and start remembering them. Now, there are more irregulars than this, but they're all going to follow the same pattern, okay? So, see if you can find one in the practice that's coming up, okay? It should stand out to you because they'll be just like the ones in the song. All right, now, let's try it one more time together. That means you sing with me. Even if you don't say it, your lips are moving, okay? Abierto, descubierto, descrito, escrito, dicho, hecho, muerto, puesto, visto, roto, resuelto, vuelto. Muy bien y muy bonita. Now, get good at this because we're going to sing it around this week. All right? If you don't know what that is, you're going to find out and it's going to be so fun. Así. Now, these are the irregulars, but there's a group of verbs that's always a little funky. And right here is the other group. It says if a verb's stem, right, so after you take off the ER, IR, or AR, if a verb's stem ends in A, E, or O, then the I in ido gets an accent. So leer, if we take off the ER, we get LE, right? Which means when we add ido, we have to put an accent on the I. So we get leído. Traer, when you take off the ER, it ends in an A. If it ends in A, E, or O, then you have to add a tilde, so you get traído. Caer goes to caído because it ends in an A in the stem. And oír, when you take off the IR, it's an O. So the I gets a tilde. Now, all of the verbs that do this, you've seen somewhere else. Where have you seen them? They all have a stem change that goes to Y in the preterite boxes 3 and 6. And in the present progressive, they get yendo with a Y. So, are you seeing these groups, I hope, that are beginning to be irregular? They repeat themselves, so you learn them once, you learn them always, all right? Ahora tenemos practicar. Tenemos que practicar. Practicamos. Change these 4 verbs into the past participle, all right? And don't forget your irregulars and your acentos if you need them. And your bonus is to complete the sentence. Me rompí el codo y ahora lo tengo. Use your imagination. Buena suerte. Y hasta mañana. Chao, chao.